It's a great question, and I think from influence is one of those kind of verticals that I suppose has evolved in quite a significant way. We've had a bit of an evolution in our space where influencer was treated just as like a brand or PR play historically, and I don't think that was necessarily a bad thing at the time. It was in its infancy. It was people just kind of thinking it can't be a bad thing that someone's saying a positive message about my brand, and they were right. But increasingly, what the direction of travel, especially when there are like budget pressures, when there's performance pressure, is that people are now looking at influencer as something that can deliver like tangible business results. And you only have to look at what's gone on social and the brands that have come from the likes of TikTok and Instagram and those who've kind of had this explosive growth to see that there is a genuine commercial benefit to doing influencer. I always point at the likes of The Ordinary or the Inky List from the beauty space. There are fashion brands, there are kind of like specific products out there that have just completely blown up because of social. And the
Prime drink, for example, that basically came from 2 social influencers, right?
Completely.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant example. And there are so many cases where influencer has actually driven a business from zero to being one of the biggest in the industry and one of the biggest players. And I think that means that marketers from more established brands, or those who haven't necessarily seen historical success from social or potentially built their businesses on a more traditional route, they're now turning to that and saying, hey, these guys are coming for our lunch and we want to make sure that we're competing with that and winning more market share back, but also protecting what we currently have. And I think that to me is like really interesting from an influencer point of view, because I always point to the TikTok made me buy it hashtag as just a great example where we're talking 6-7 billion views on that hashtag and people are creating millions and millions of videos. And if that isn't a case study for TikTok literally makes people buy things, it drives genuine action, then I don't know what is. Like this can have a huge, like really meaningful impact on your business, and it's not just a top of funnel awareness play anymore. This is something that can drive full funnel impact. So I love influencer marketing, and I would say that as someone whose job it is to preach about it and to really sell it into our clients. But I only do that because I think it's actually one of the most effective channels. And I think this is the year, maybe, that we see it becoming more of a lead channel rather than something that's just kind of bolted onto a campaign, which maybe a couple of years ago that was the case. And we're seeing an evolution and a shift now, which is exciting.